Hello, everyone, and welcome back. The boys are back together. It's been a while. How's it going, boys?
Not gas.
Okay, before we get into absolutely anything, firstly, we'd like to thank you all so much. Very humbly,
We crossed 100,000 subs.
we crossed 1,000 followers, not subs, followers because it's Instagram. But genuinely, it is 100th of what this man has on Instagram. Still,
He walks so we could run, baby.
yeah, genuinely, we appreciate
Yeah.
it so much. Thank you to everyone that has actually bothered to hit that follow button. I hope you've liked the content that we put out so far, and thank you so much. It's very encouraging when you guys actually follow because it gives us motivation to shoot more. And yeah, we're going to jump straight into this. We are recording on a Sunday. It's the 15th of March, and Kimi Antonelli, not Raikkonen, has just won his first race ever. The second youngest F1 driver to ever do it. Andy, what do you think of that?
I think there's this typical goat behavior who come into a winning team. I'm still salty that Mercedes is doing good, but then see, Kimi, as much as a young talent that he is, he's the youngest, right? I think I don't think
To win?
no, I think Lindblad is the only person who's younger than him in the current grid. I think it was okay. I think it was coming because, firstly, the combination of George and Kimi in the most dominant car that F1 has seen in a while. At some point, he was going to outqualify Russell.
George had the issue also in Q3.
Clearly it was coming, and his win was also dicey because he has been known to mess up the start in the current rigs at least, but man stayed. Hamilton briefly gave us hope that he's leading the race and all, but
This Antonelli, Kimchi Antonelli, is like a noob.
no,
Yeah.
he's not a
He-
noob, he's a kid basically.
he
Like
is
his second season or his first season, right?
second season
Second,
prodigy. The
Okay.
guy who Toto Wolff
Yeah.
hand selected to replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes.
Yes.
He just finished his exams a few months ago, went to school,
Yeah.
and now he's won his
Imagine
first
pulling up
F1
a
race.
school bay as a
Yeah.
Formula One. I don't know, but like a podium leader,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
I mean, see, I'm taking nothing away. As an 18-year-old, if you win an
Yeah.
F1 race, you
What
are...
were we doing?
19.
18?
Yeah,
I was
19.
eating sand. What were you doing?
Yeah, I was not eating sand at 19. You speak for yourself. But to be fair, I was looking at the average lap times today.
Yeah.
The Mercedes had 6.5 tenths over the Ferraris, over the next fastest.
Yeah.
So, and then below that, 1.2 seconds to an Alpine out of all the cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I mean, but still, it's not Kimi that decided the Mercedes was going to be faster. But yeah, he took his chances.
Okay, before we get into proper Chinese GP overview kind of a thing, because we hadn't spoken for a while, what do you think about the current regulations now that we've had one sprint weekend and one normal weekend?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
So I was really wanting to to put out something a little earlier, but I just don't understand it. I feel there is so much. I get the basic things I get. 400 kilowatts from the ICE, 350 from the electricals, 50-50 distribution, and the fact that the regen is very important. Aside from that, the engine mapping, the way the
Yeah.
drivers are harvesting, the
Yeah.
lift and coast,
Yeah.
all of that is so complicated.
I here is my gripe with a lot of these things, okay? I only ever know how much battery is there in a particular car when they show that graphic where there is a dashboard heads up display, and then they say, oh, recharging and deployment or whatever, right? F1 fans are smart enough to understand all of this, and F1 as a sport has always had that ceiling of you can follow the sport for the driver, but after a while, if you want to really get into the sport, I think any sport has that ceiling. Football has understanding set pieces and tactics and stuff. What is that for football you call?
Set
4,
pieces.
5, 3
Formations.
formations
Okay, yeah.
and all of that, right? All of that is expected in any sport. I understand Formula One is extremely more technical than that, but don't dumb it down for the rest of the audience by trying to dumb it down for everyone. I would prefer having one battery meter or something. See, I'll tell you, there are a couple of instances where I felt Leclerc couldn't overtake Hamilton, and then on the radio I heard, oh, he didn't have batteries, right? We would love to know that information much ahead of time so that we can make that prediction whether it is like, oh, are they really fighting on talent or are they fighting with battery?
You're saying that. I was watching the season open in Australia where we got our first taste of this.
Yeah.
And there was one point where Charles was behind, he was chasing George in the opening laps, and then suddenly you could just see it was an onboard with Charles, and George just slows down like in the slipstream. Charles catches and goes past. For a second I thought he had an engine problem, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is the stuff that we need to get used to now. Where his battery was out, he used it earlier, and I mean, I agree. I think there should be, because
I have a noob question, like a starter pack question. I was watching the highlights, okay, so by the way, I know nothing about F1. I was watching the highlights. Max was in the 7th position, like it was in like P7 or something. He gets an instruction from the radio saying just let it go, retire the car. What was the reason for that? Like, so, what happened?
Okay, his engine overheated, his battery overheated.
Okay.
So basically, retire the car is an instruction that you get when halfway through the race you've realized that any further if you run the car, you are going to risk permanent damage to that particular engine part or something. And in F1 through a season, every driver is allowed to have only a set number of engine parts, like 4 ICE engines, 4 like MGUKs, or not 4, I'm not sure exactly how much. Every like battery, the battery bank has to, like, you can't replace more than twice. Right?
Because I was wondering if you finish like P10 or above or something, you get points, right? And he was P7, so why did you retire there, Bolke? He just lost points.
So if you risk permanent damage to one part, the penalties are horrible, and it's like a downward slope. You replace one, something happens with that, you replace another one. Every single time it's like a 5-place grid penalty, 10-place grid penalty, that kind of thing.
So I understand he was in the points, but if you see the onboard of when they called him to retire the car, like the electric power just completely shuts off. He's like right in the middle of a straight and there is no power coming in, and he can't even upshift in gear. So he's just, his dashboard just like gives a red.
How are you enjoying Max's start to the season?
You know what? I'm actually not bothered at all. I'll tell you. No. Not being nonchalant and like he's coming back and all, I won't say. The thing is, I don't think Max wants to be in the sport anymore. Like, the more I know a lot of drivers now are criticizing the regulations. I will defend Max. He criticized it from 2025. He said everything he had to say about how this new regulations are going to be all electric. It is very anti-racing. He said all of this before the start of the season, before the regs were even tested. Okay, and now I know people say that even when he's winning, he would have made that comments. I don't care. I think he's at a place where he's so upset with the current regulations. There is, you know, in the mentality thing, when you don't like it, you are never gonna do well. So I think Max has given up on the regulations this season. He will probably enjoy the other Nürburgring, where he is going to go for 24 hours with Mercedes. All of that, I think he will enjoy. Again, see, when a guy, every time you bring up something, he says, oh, I don't have anything left to prove in this sport. I agree, my friend, but try. He's given up.
Giving slices to your goat.
I love Lando's thing, but the first time when Max complained and Lando was like, we are the richest, we enjoy our lives, so we shouldn't complain. And then the other day he was just like, these are the worst regulations ever, it's not fun. At least Max has been consistent, I'll give him that.
That's why I respect him in this thing, because I don't agree with him. Like, race. Like, see, I understand it's a sport. We've all shown up for you, right, as a fan, right? So
why are you moving like you're paying his EMI or something like that? What have we shown up for you, babe? He's a grown man who's the way he's moving. Fair, so I get it. Like if you see your goat now, suddenly not trying anymore and all.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I don't blame the drivers because so much. And see, everyone keeps saying, oh, it should be simplified, give them just no electrical power, just engines and stuff like that. F1 has always been the pinnacle of motorsport. It's always pushing boundaries, and things that show up in an F1 car 10-15 years down the line end up in our road cars. So many advances have come, generally racing overall. So if F1 has seen something, so it started with the sustainable fuel, the battery tech and all of that, they've not figured it out yet. But what I would say is, and they are very open to changing it, by the way. There's like the FI has not said, oh, done for the next 5 years. So I feel it's just the start. We've only seen 2 races. So it could get better.
So people might call it a political move, but here is what I think. Okay, there are 2 big things out. Like I understand Formula One is in essence a car race. Okay, fastest driver wins. Okay, that is fine. But like anything in life, it is not as simple as that, right? For the good of the sport, for the sport to live long, for a sport to sit right in the pop culture and the events of be in tune with events of what's happening around the world in technology and in terms of pop culture presence, the sport needs to have certain things that needs to evolve. For example, when half the world is moving towards EV, popularity of EVs, and you are a EV owner yourself,
Glazer,
right?
Not an owner.
EV glaze or whatever, right? The thing is, it is like it or not the future, right? Now, second, with one of the biggest criticisms before F1 became popular among the, I don't want to use the
casuals.
word, casuals or
You can say it, my guy.
Before Drive to Survive.
Before Drive to Survive was, oh, they are just going round and round in circle wasting fuel. Literally, that was the biggest complaint.
Carbon footprint was a big thing.
Not
just about the racing, even about them flying
from. It's like a circus that goes for like a year, right? So, I love the fact that Formula One, from where they have come to where they are right now, there is so much of efforts done to make sure that they are relevant in pop culture, and at the same time they are pushing boundaries on at present whatever tech is being innovated around the world in automobile technology, right? So I don't blame them at all. I think I understand racing people who see, this is one thing I kind of agree with Max, because he said something today after the Chinese GP. If you enjoyed the Chinese GP, you know nothing about racing. I don't care. I don't care why he made that statement. But
the first time I'm slandering Max, bro.
Dude, that was outrageous. Second thing, he has a point, which is motorsport isn't all about racing, but for a driver, that's all he cares about. So we have to take this opinion with a pinch of salt and don't take drivers' words as the biggest thing. See, it was a driver's sport for a long time, and Formula One was declining in viewership. And then all of this renaissance, I don't know what is the right word. Renaissance is old school, right?
No, Renaissance is correct.
Renaissance, correct. All of this started because of it being a little more popular, like people doing the right things at the media side of things and on the technology side of things. And I like it when, I don't like it when people say, oh, we should go back to pure, I'm sorry, my friends, from 2014, we've had turbo hybrid eras, okay? It's just that 20% became not even 50%, 46% or something like that, right? It's. I understand it's a drastic change, but it's not like this is the first time electricity was involved in a Formula One car, right? So we have to take it with a pinch of salt. The thing is, I can't tell fans how to behave. Secondly, like anything, any fandom in any sport, there will be a lot of noise that are opinions which are uncooked and unbaked. What we as fans can do, the best thing as fans we can do is to actually read stuff up, be educated, and not get information out of like memes and what drivers says, right? Just because your favorite driver says, oh, if you like Chinese GP, it's you don't know anything about racing. My friend, I don't know anything about racing, but I did enjoy. Nobody here is claiming that, oh, we know racing. No, we like watching races on TV. Let's be very clear. So I was a little pissed with Max's comments today.
Fairs, you know what?
Why?
The first time ever
Fairs, my guy.
since September that
You've grown, babe. You've grown as a fan, my guy. Finally, babe. Slandering your goat is where you actually get to know that, you know what, the person's grown, bol gaye.
We'll get to you slandering your goats in a little while.
Fairs.
But while we're on this topic, because regulations wise, like you said, I feel like you need to give. See, F1 cannot be stagnant. We cannot. I love V10s, I love V12s. That noise, it was my dream to go and watch like the V8s and V10s going past. Like, I wanted to go to Spa at the end of the straight and just watch them fly by. But F1 is different now, and it's not necessarily worse. It's just different. We will get used to it. We got used to the V10s going away. We got used to the V8s going away. We will get used to this too.
So,
coming to the racing part of it, I think there's something that we really enjoyed. I enjoyed today, even from the first race. First thing is, Lewis Hamilton, my guy, welcome to the club of podium scorers for Ferrari.
Yes.
It was a long time overdue.
What has changed from last season, dude?
the car.
I wonder what has changed.
The car dashes.
Buzz.
You know what? Was that like a rehearsed joke, my guy? Nah, Fairs, babe.
I said car and then,
I was going to say it and then you said it.
Scoring on and off the pitch, babe. That's all I'm telling you. Yeah. Fairs.
But the Ferrari drivers have been putting on a show. I know we're not winning, and we are so realistically we are so far away from Mercedes. But this one thing I'm so proud of, in a wheel-to-wheel battle, George Russell and Kimi would not even be anywhere close to Lewis and Charles if the cars were even. They've proven that time and time again. If it was Lewis in a car that was 6.5 seconds faster per lap, you would not even see his tail lights. He would be gone. And again, Russell, did you see that great overtake Charles did in Australia where he went through turn 1? And Russell, that's dangerous and stuff like that. And today, Charles on the radio with Lewis, did you see how close both of them got?
I had fun.
That was amazing racing. I'm like, George, that is how I know you're probably world champion this year, but please grow up. Enjoy being in the fastest car and stop complaining.
I know.
My God. But the fact that these guys are, I think we owe a lot to the Ferrari boys at the start at least, because it would have been so boring if they were not giving George a hard time at the start. And Kimi.
So you're a Ferrari fan. I can see the spark in your eyes after ages.
See, the thing is, I want to win, okay? Third and fourth, so I'll tell you, this reminds me so much of, you remember 2015, 2016?
Yeah.
So 2016, Vettel was on the podium every second race. But we could not compete with Mercedes at all. And we didn't win a race that entire year. It feels like that kind of a year. Podiums are great. It's a nice statistic. Oh, Lewis is on the podium. Charles is going to be, I think he's at 51 or 52 podiums. He needs a few more to be one of the top, like third ever on Ferrari's list. But podiums don't matter. Till we win a race, till Charles gets his 9th.
Your
Lewis
last
gets his,
race winner is still Carlos Sainz, by the way.
16 months it's been since we won a race. So I'm hoping that the Mercs, because the only way we're going to win a race right now, the next till June, Kimi goes into George, Osama bin Russell shows up again, and that's how we're going to...
That good, babe, the Mercedes car? Is it that good?
Yeah.
So what changed so much, babe?
Regulations, right?
Regulations, that's it, okay.
That's it.
So I'll tell you what, F1 is so complicated. Mercedes had, so their engine trick that we spoke about, what's his name? Toto was like...
By the way, I want to talk about the Toto Wolf meme, babe. It was all over my Twitter, babe. Apparently, he was watching the screen, okay? And suddenly looks into the camera and just smirks, babe.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. I didn't know the context, babe. But I could just tell he has the fastest car ever, bol.
So Toto is not just a great manager of a team. He's a great politician. So you have to be a great politician to be in motorsport. he knew that the car was so much faster. The engine was so much faster than everyone else. In testing, they slowed down. So there is a rule, okay? It's called AUDO. Basically, it means so in the new set of rules, they don't want it to be like basically where like Cadillac is right now, where they're 3-4 seconds slower. So if your engine is that bad, they will give you a chance to catch up.
Okay.
So for Toto, he knew that these first few races were important. He slowed them down during testing because he didn't want that clause to kick in. So basically, any manufacturer, they're not within 2% of the best engine manufacturer, which is Mercedes right now. They get a chance to redevelop their engine during the season, which is technically is usually not allowed.
It's like a loophole then.
It's not a loophole.
Okay.
It is. They want it to be even.
Why
right?
can't all teams do this within?
Do what?
Like just fake it during testing or something.
Yeah, that's what they did. Like the testing is all. That's welcome to the
F1
terms.
Yeah.
There is a term called sandbagging.
We spoke about this last time, right?
So basically, that's why everybody was playing their cards close to their chest. It's not
so
full
they
power.
had the data traces of the Mercedes engine. And so even the drivers were like, oh, they're ahead, but they're like half a second ahead. When it came to first qualifying, there was almost a second ahead. So when they turn that engine up, it is so. I'll give you some context. The Ferrari is a faster car through the corners. So during corners and during slower acceleration zones, the Ferrari is 0.2 to 0.3 seconds faster. So they gain 0.2 seconds on the Mercedes. On the straights, almost a second we lose to Mercedes on the straights. That engine, so it's not just that the engine is powerful, their software is so amazing that it is able to deploy more electrical power everywhere.
The same engine as the EQS?
I felt we were getting somewhere and then my guy just took 5 steps back.
I'm a casual Okay,
so basically Mercedes has this advantage and if it continues this way, if that AUDO doesn't kick in, Mercedes will just win this outright.
Okay.
But now the other side of that is that all the engine manufacturers know, give Mercedes the first few races and now Fred Vasseur, I know. So there's a Ferrari engine that's on the dyno already that is prepared to come in by June. This has been confirmed by Autosport, the Italian journalist that I follow. I have to keep translating all their tweets. But they are prepared. So even Ferrari is kind of playing that game. They're turning down the engine a little bit. These are rumors. Don't come at me. But so they want to make sure that they're outside the 2%. So that they get to put their new engine in and then they'll be on par with Mercedes. So it's like
a from July.
Cat and mouse game.
The funniest meme that I had heard in testing is Ferrari have hidden some power, okay? And the thing is, knowing Ferrari, they would have forgotten where they hid it.
But I'll tell you what, even during the first race, I was discussing this with someone else, we got so much flack for that strategy call, like over one stopper. We were not going to catch Mercedes anyway. On 40 lap old tires, George and Kimi were just as fast as us on like 15 lap newer tires. Mercedes is smart, Toto is smart. That strategy call was not wrong. We tried to catch them out. I know Lewis was complaining, at least one of us should have pit. In the end, today we finished 30 seconds behind them. That one stopper, two stopper is not going to make any difference right now.
I think the Lewis complaint was they could have split strategies.
Just in case. And he, in hindsight, would have gotten a chance to overtake Charles and he would have been on the podium. So it was a more selfish comment there. One of us has to be better. I'm saying that every racing driver is selfish in any way. So anyway, you were saying glint in my eyes. I love this version of Lewis. It reminds me so much of his early Mercedes days. He is so excited, and Lewis sounds like one school kid when he's.
A woman makes in your life, babe.
Time to
lock in, babe. Time to lock in. Yeah.
No, but today, he got a podium. My guy has 107, 108 race wins. Okay.
104 race wins 104. And 203 podiums or something.
But this podium meant so much to him. He was excited. I thought he'll be like, third. We had like 30 seconds. Yeah. George just drove off. Kimi won and all. He was like, great job, guys. Amazing job. Marileno, we need to work harder. I'm going to come back to the factory, guys. He was so excited. So I think that is one thing that these new regulations have brought back, like an excited Lewis Hamilton.
I'll tell you what Lewis Hamilton has was what Prime Schumacher had. Which is, he always puts the team in the credits, right? He never even when he was at Mercedes, even as soon as the race is over, He'll say good job to everyone at the factory. This. Like he always puts the team and his mechanics.
Even
and everyone
Prime
first.
Seb was very much like that.
Yeah.
Learned Italian to speak to them and all of that.
But Ferrari have a way of ruining world champions. So let's just wait till the season is over to be happy a little more, because if anything 2022 taught me, the first 2 races Ferrari will be like, yes, this is us, we are happy, this is our year and all, and then life gets depressing very quick.
See, we will realistically, I'm telling you, especially if there are Ferrari fans watching, we don't have a hope in hell for this championship. Mercedes, if you guys have been watching the 2014, I feel this car is better than that 2014 car. You guys know how they dominated.
Yeah.
And the good thing is they don't have a Lewis Hamilton. I do not rate George Russell at that level at all. My guy is winning in the fastest car. He's a decent driver, but he's been shown out twice that his wheel to wheel is not as good, and he will just run to Toto and complain and say, they pushed me off. Oh guys, I can't overtake with a car that's a second faster.
Is this a zesty fruity one?
You can't.
No, you can't say that, but that's Lando.
Why can't I say that, babe? You're zesty as hell. What do you mean? You're zesty, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm very happy that Kimi won today, because I feel like I was just thinking, if it's a Mercedes battle, I'm backing Kimi all the way. I would much rather have an 18-year-old win than that Osama bin Russell, I can't say that, than that British complainer of a person that he is.
Yeah. But I do want to do a bunch of summaries on the race before we move on to better stuff, and have him in the conversation.
You are not the better stuff.
Yeah, have him in the conversation. I know
Fez.
there is McLaren having troubles with engine today. They didn't start. Williams being overweight and they are slower.
By the way, we call that out. There were rumors about them being 30 kgs overweight.
Yeah.
And what's his name? James Walls came out and said, "Oh, exaggerated. It's not true at all. They're 28 kgs overweight."
Hey, stop shouting that, Bill. Get the body dysmorphia. Stop shouting 28 kgs fat.
I know we are all in body positivity.
What do you
Look at
mean?
me.
Yeah, love yourselves, Bill.
Some of the comments going to be like, "Look at him talking about being 28 kgs overweight." But 28 kgs overweight, very like the political move in him.
Yeah.
Alonso, we've not spoken about that. You know what? So Adrian Newey, we gassed him up so much. The greatest designer, F1 designer ever, went to Aston Martin and they've designed a car with Honda, the engine manufacturer. Okay, the car was so bad that in Australia, Alonso was like, "If I drive more than 15 laps, I'll get permanent nerve damage." It was shaking that much.
You know, today there is in China there is a clip of him. Man is driving in a straight line.
He couldn't hold the steering,
He couldn't hold the steering. There is a clip of him taking his hands off the steering and the steering does this.
I lost it, you know.
How, babe? Like, what about all the testings and stuff around before the
They
races?
didn't have time.
Nothing,
Like, see, I'll tell you, I won't blame Newey for a lot of these things.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
Okay.
It's just that Aston Martin's way of solving problem is throw enough money at it, it will solve itself.
Yes, okay.
So it didn't work. Yeah, they've paid everybody, but yeah.
And so when I saw the tweet, right, I thought this is a joke. I said, "There's no way." And then Adrian Newey comes out and he's like, Fernando is saying if he drives more than 15 laps, he's risking permanent nerve damage. I could not believe a team principal coming out and saying that about their new car. Saying that
Is it not because he's just very old?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Is he like an unc pushing 45 or
it's
something?
not arthritis or something. Is that what you're saying?
Is he like pushing 50 or something, babe? Baba, let it go, my guy. It's over. Over it up. Finito, kalas.
This is why we need the in-person pods because we can't get
So that is on Aston. Cadillac are shit, but then they are allowed to be shit.
Yeah,
let's be
fair enough.
Yeah, because first time they've come to Formula One, so they're allowed to be. Audi is decent.
Audi is not that I got paid by Audi to say this, but they're a great racing team who I've learned a lot about recently. So yeah, Audi, all support to them.
Man recently did a
I hosted an F1 event for them. But that is not the reason. I'm just saying great.
Great car, great company.
Great, yeah. Love the logo.
Love everything about it.
Fair enough. When I also wanted to talk about Red Bull Racing Bulls. Liam Lawson did better than Arvid this race and the sprint, both sprint and the race. Arvid, I think, I know he started on a high. He will get hit by some realistic things that happen in F1 like today. I think yesterday in qualifying he missed out on a good lap because of yellow flags, and today he had a poor start, I think, and and sprint he spun, I think, and they retired the car. I think it's okay.
Tell him in person the next time you meet him.
Yeah, next time meet him.
But I'll tell you what, I can imagine what he must have been feeling like. First race of the season, his debut season, and he went wheel to wheel with Max Verstappen. Like I can't imagine what that must feel like, sitting in the car and in your rearview mirror you see the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. My God.
He did a really decent defense also. But
he's
like inevitably Max went past.
I watched that video, by the way, the one that he spoke about. He went to some driver and told, I'll see you in 5 years.
He met Lando.
That's nuts, babe. That's ice in his veins, my guy. That's proper, babe.
But all these F1 guys, all of them, the most humble like guys also, they have to believe they're the best. They have to.
But at 14, my guy, you come with chest and tell, you know what, I'll see you in 5 years' time, and you actually do it. That is nuts, babe. So, that is proper.
Lewis, in 2006, he got to know that he's debuting in 2007. You know what one of his first interviews were? And this was 2007. Michael retired for the first time. You know what his interview was? Man, I'm so disappointed that Michael's retiring because I really wanted to have some great battles with him. I wanted to tell him, wait one more season and we'll battle together. I'm like, imagine the GOAT. Okay, the guy who's literally made F1 famous, the Italian legend, and he's like, oh, I'm debuting, but wait, I'm going to battle you. So all of them are like that.
You have to be like, see, Max also says this thing, right, where if you don't believe that even for a second, you shouldn't be in a racing car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to like think that you are the best.
320, 330 and you got like 20 cars surrounding you. If you're thinking, oh, I don't belong here, you're going to crash, my guy.
Fair enough. I think we've spoken enough.
I have one more thing to discuss about the regulations. One thing which I don't like is just how software dependent things are, because I think both of us were shocked when Max binned it in Australia. And it was not his fault at all. It's happened quite a few times. Even George in Q3 for the Shanghai race. I think they will get better. These are the best engineers, the top minds in the world. The drivers are amazing. That is one thing that I hope they get on top of soon, because I would hate to have like a great race where people are going wheel to wheel and then it's like a software issue that someone spins out and then they don't know what happened. So that is something that,
All right. Moving on from F1, we had a mildly interesting World Cup where a team that was expected to win won. So, yes, over to you both. My job is done.
What
do you feel, Glenn, after the World Cup win?
I know what you feel, so before I'll preempt that. There's no denying the fact that India were pre-tournament favourites. We got thrashed by South Africa, but that was a one-off. It was very condition dependent. We were playing at home. The team was built. Now, I've seen a lot of criticism online, even from Indian fans saying, oh, once it got tight and India had to qualify, the pitches suddenly went flat.
It became very flat,
But then I don't see how that is an issue. It is T20 cricket. If it was the World Test Championship, it's a flat wicket or something, I buy that thing. And
the only thing is how different the pitches were. India, South Africa was playing in Ahmedabad. India, New Zealand was playing in Ahmedabad. Those two were two different pitches, my guy. Like, they were not even close, babe. I just felt like... See, there was a lot of slander online saying the moment India got thrashed by South Africa, everything changed. India scored 250 plus 3 continuous... Like what? In 3 consecutive games?
Not 3.
The West Indies one was
250 against Zimbabwe, 250 against England, 250 against New Zealand.
West Indies?
West Indies was one. We chased,
196. 196. So I think I get where the slander is coming from. But the thing is, with the record that India had for the last, 1 year, like we spoke about the win-loss ratio on the shorter videos. see, the deserved team won, the dominant team won. But I think there was a lot of conversation regarding where cricket is heading right now. It's become so. See, again, as an Austrian cricket fan and all, they've dominated for 10 years. Back then, there was no social media. No one was chatting about this. There was no Twitter, anything, right? So people didn't talk about all this. How dominant Australia were. They went to every country and thrashed every team. But when India is doing it right now, because we have like social media and there's so much presence online, people feel like, you know what? It makes no sense anymore. What's the point of playing? When you see the chairman of ICC taking the trophy and going to like multiple places with them and all, it doesn't even feel like it's a neutral game anymore. Like there's no balance to it, I feel. See, I get the fact that it's in India. India has the home advantage and all, but I feel like there has to be a point where you need to make it a bit more even to it. The contest between bat and ball has to be a bit more even, because the last two games, the India-England one and the India-New Zealand one, it was not a contest, my guy, between bat and ball. It was just like who can get thrashed the least way, that's it. You're gonna get thrashed by like a margin of either 40 in 4 overs or like 16 4 overs, that's it.
So you're talking about 2 points. One is the India dominance and one is the conditions itself.
And stuff, yeah.
So first I'll talk about the India dominance thing. I feel so much of it is unfair to the Indian team, like you said. So forget even from 2024. If you go back all the way to 2007, from the time we won the first World Cup, India is the best T20 team ever. We have won the most matches, we have lost the least matches as a percentage. Secondly, when they talk about, India's, things are in their favor, or the pitches and stuff like that. 2024, we won in the West Indies. We played on, when we beat Pakistan, we defended 119 on a horrible wicket. When we beat England in the semi-final,
beat Australia in the quarterfinal.
Yeah. And when we beat Australia, we outbatted Australia over there. When we beat England, it was a spin-heavy wicket that we were able to score above par. Then when we went to the Champions Trophy, that was another thing. Dubai wickets will suit India. We went to 3 spinners. Who was asking the other teams not to pick 3 or 4 spinners? We were better prepared and we won. And when it finally came to our neck of the woods, where we had pitches that actually suited us, see, I don't buy this thing in T20 where conditions favor one team or the other, because we've seen it in the format in this World Cup itself. So many teams, there were so many upsets and there were so many teams that almost came close. When was the last time you've seen Sri Lanka beating Australia?
Zimbabwe beating Australia.
On their day, anyone shows up. England would have been nowhere without that Jacob Bethel 100. My guy is 21, 22 years old. He showed up and he played an innings of his life. The format itself, and I think that is why the Indian team deserves a lot more credit.
I think the conversation is more about the fact that people want to feel something right now. I think it's all based upon that and the kind of projecting on the Indian team. See, it's not the Indian team's fault. You were deserved winners. But the fact that people don't feel like... I think we all watch sport because we want to feel something, right? Like even you, being the biggest Indian cricket fan, did you feel anything, my guy? See, there was no copium. The celebrations also were like so forced, I felt at one point. It did not feel
so I'll
right.
tell you there's another thing to that. 2007 when we won was after 24 years, 1983. Then we waited another 4 years for a 50-over World Cup win.
And then another
13 years for 2024. Now we've had T20 World Cup, we've had Champions Trophy, and we've had another T20 World Cup back to back. And we've lost 3 matches across 3 tournaments. It is now where India is such a good T20 team where when we lose a match, it's an upset. When we lost to South Africa, it was an upset. Because however good any other team is, England is a great T20 team. West Indies is a great T20 team. South Africa is one of the best T20 teams there's ever been. That bowling attack combined with those batsmen, the firepower, even without Klaasen, they are so good. But India is 2 notches above these teams. So I get that. I would much rather, you know what, I was actually kind of hoping for a one-sided final, because we've never had a one-sided final from as long as I've watched. The closest we've had was 2011, where it wasn't one-sided till like the 42nd, 43rd over when Dhoni started whacking Kulasekara. So it is okay. I don't feel, as you support Australia, right? Tomorrow if Australia wins the 50-over World Cup, you will be happy, but you wouldn't. Yeah, but you're not going to be jumping around like how it was.
It was very similar to the 2015 World Cup final, Australia-New Zealand. I love the win, I love the World Cup win, but I felt nothing. Like, I just felt like, you know what, it's like one more trophy in the cabinet and all. I think you would much rather take the 2024 win over this.
I will take any World Cup win.
Okay, fair.
That is the
Fair,
as long as we are winning,
Yeah.
because there was so much, and our test team is not in a great place.
Yeah.
The ODI team is here or there.
I think the T20 team is kind of covering up for the test
Yeah.
team right now, because no one's
Saving
chatting
Gautam
about
Gambhir's
chatting
career.
about like 2 back-to-back home losses. Yeah, I think people have completely forgotten about that, because the white ball team is so damn good, especially the T20 team is just
And-
like levels, my guy. There's levels to this game, babe. And like India is like 3 notches above anyone else right now, babe. Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing. When they're talking about conditions, right? So just the other day was the anniversary of the greatest ODI ever, 434 versus 438. Okay,
20-year anniversary, by the way.
20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Why aren't anyone complaining about the pitches for that day? Wasn't that a thing where bat versus
There was
ball
no Twitter, my guy.
Yes, no, sir.
They were texting on Yahoo Messenger. Like, what do you mean? Yeah.
No, but now suddenly when
Yeah.
India has the firepower and we have
I get it. It's just conversation, but yeah. And by the way, all the slander came from Indians. I was checking on Twitter. See, I saw a lot of Pakistanis, a lot of maybe English people like slandering and all, but 80% came, like all the tweets I sent you on the GC, it was just Kohli fans, Rohit fans saying, what does this win? What does this even mean? Like in the large scheme of things, this means nothing. And I felt like, see, it's still a T20 World Cup win. But again, yeah, you know what? The more we chat about this, I feel like we can just go back to back, my guy. Like back and forth and all regarding this.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, we were discussing this just before the pod.
Yeah.
The fact that these are happening quite very short intervals.
Let us know what you all think. Should the T20 World Cup be once in 4 years, just like the World Cup, the normal 50-over World Cup? I think that would be amazing for the sport, because, yeah, just too crammed up. Like 2024 T20 World Cup, 25 Champions Trophy, 26 T20 World Cup, 27 ODI World Cup. You can't have a World Cup like a big IC tournament every single year. You lose the credibility of it, I feel.
But
yeah.
the good thing is the 27 World Cup is in October. So there's a
October,
good
yeah.
18 months where there's absolutely no
Nothing,
other
yeah.
ICC trophy.
Suddenly there'll be a lot of ODI games in India, but you see. Way too many ODI games. Like, there'll be stat padding sessions of Bangladesh and all. See, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to check, is Bangladesh beating Pakistan? Did you check
I only checked that viral run out, babe. What was that like? It was like.
Give some context to Andy.
Is it the one where the Pakistan player helps get the...
And he got run out.
And he takes the ball and runs him out, babe.
The most
The funniest things only happen is Pakistanis, babe. Always, babe.
the most Pakistani ever where
Ever.
he goes to stop the ball, he's like, he hands it to him and he gets run out.
Like, they're naughty robs. Bangladesh are with y'all. They're naughty robs. Yeah.
By the way, Bangladesh just beat Pakistan. They won the series against Pakistan.
I'm not following, my guy.
The fact
I
that they
think
were
New Zealand got thrashed for 91 also, and South Africa won. Yeah, I'm not following a lot of games after the T20 World Cup. Yeah,
even I think we needed a bit of a cricket detox, but
it was way too much. Yeah,
but the circus is starting up soon. By the way, if you're looking for unbiased IPL opinions, these are two big SRH fans over here. I know MI RCB fans are going to be coming at us, but yeah, hope we get his prime version back for the IPL. But yeah, we're going to be coming to you guys for all the important SRH games as well as the bigger games.
the
So
big derbies like RCB, MI,
Yeah.
RCB, CSK, and all. Yeah, I will be chatting about.
So if
this.
you want
Yeah.
more of those, please make sure that you hit that follow button. Yeah,
I want to talk about some controversies right now, but I feel like we've been too serious about the India thing and all. I want to chat about.
I know where you're going with this.
I want to chat about man like Gill, a grown man, okay, a fully grown man on the streets of London, okay.
Hanging out with Rio Ferdinand.
Looks at a picture of India lifting the T20 World Cup. Goes to ChatGPT. Can you please remove Sanju Samson? That is brazy.
And you know what? If it was some fringe player, okay, who got dropped, someone who played 2 matches, he's the freaking captain of the Indian Test team and the ODI team. You are Shubman Gill. Why did he have to?
wait. I thought it was like a general rumor thing. Did he actually...
It's on his
Actually
IG
did it.
page, my guy. It's a post.
And I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I thought it was, maybe Sanju was not clearly visible in half his waist, he just removed it. This guy was like, he cropped out his legs also.
Legs also. They removed his legs too. Yeah. Like a small part of his face was seen and they removed the legs too, babe. That is nuts, my guy.
Why?
So,
Yeah.
Gill was dropped in favor of Samson 5 matches before the World Cup.
So they wanted Gill to be a 3-format player. Okay, they wanted him to be like the C-Tech Kohli bay. Like the thing is, he's amazing in ODIs, he's amazing in Test bay. T20s is just not his forte, my guy. He's not the greatest T20 player. Okay, they tried the opening combination with Ishan Kishan, they tried the opening combination with Ishan Kishan and Abhishek Sharma. And then for the last 3 games, they tried Samson because Rinku Singh left for an emergency, like a family emergency. Ishan Kishan was dropped to 3. Okay, they pushed, what's my guy's name? Sanju Samson to open the innings. Quarterfinal, 89.
No, quarterfinal 97.
Semi-final, 89.
Final 89.
Final, 89 again. 3 innings, 3 clutch innings, my guy. Okay? My guy, again, babe. I get it for like 14, babe. You'll be beefing with your ops, okay? Like, for example, if I'm trying to bag a girl, babe, okay? That Baba comes and takes my spot in front of my bird, bowls like a maiden over and gets a wicket, fares, babe. Okay, I will try to throw hands on him. You are a grown man. You drew a series in England as captain. You scored a triple century, my guy.
270.
270 or something. Fine shame, my guy. Like, how much time do you have on your hands, babe? I don't get it. Yeah.
I mean, I genuinely, I hope it's a mistake.
I hope it's some PR team. I hope it's not him and maybe it's PR team
maybe
or something.
Someone just edited by mistake. But I don't want him to be that petty. I love watching Gill bat. He is such a prime batsman. He does not need to be beefing with an Indian batsman.
Samson. Man has like 3 more years left with Samson, I think. Yeah.
Hey, my God. He just
let it go, babe. You'd be there very soon, and the next one is there were so many controversies. Man, like Hardik. Okay. What do you want to say about this?
Someone filed a case.
Yeah, apparently. See, this was this was just he wore an Indian flag, okay, and it was like a podium, and he was lying down with his girlfriend, babe. And people felt like, you know what, you can't be lying down with a girlfriend like in public wearing the Indian flag. Some babas got offended and filed an FIR against him. That is a bit too much. But what do you think about his antics?
As a person who does not watch cricket and does not even follow what the Indian cricket team is up to, I saw one post that said that he hogged the World Cup trophy throughout the ceremony, and the comment was that this is the reason why he will never be Indian team captain.
See, I'll tell you what, I have an opinion on this, okay? Yeah. All of this, once you win, right? Once you perform and you win, and Hardik had a great World Cup. With the ball, with the bat, in the field. He contributed so much. Even smaller things like that Jacob Vettel run out. People won't call it out as a game-changing moment. He had a great World Cup. He is the kind of guy who likes to celebrate these moments. He likes to be the guy in the center of the attention. Always. He wants to be. So, it's not just off the field. It's not just after the presentation. During that moment, there's a reason he was the guy who bowled the final over during the 2024 World Cup final. There was a reason it was him. It's not just that Bumrah was bowled out. They could have bowled Akshar also. But Hardik is a man for these big moments. He enjoys the attention. If he's backing it up with performances, what is wrong with that? Have you not had so many football players that are just arrogant?
Yes. Okay, see, my thing is only this, okay? You already won a T20 World Cup. You won a Champions Trophy. There are first-timers, okay, right now. Talk about Babas like Abhishek Sharma. Talk about Babas like Shivam Dubey. Was Samson in 2024?
No.
He wasn't in Samson. He was in the squad, yeah. So there are some first-timers like Ishan Kishan and stuff and all, okay? Who haven't held the trophy before. Okay? I feel like as a senior in the team, you've been playing for more than 10 years now, okay? More than 10 years. I think you kind of need, okay. Again, like you told, that's his personality. He's out in the open. He's like an alpha. He's never the beta and stuff. And he needs to like be the leader of the gang. I get it. But I just felt like, come on, my guy. You can like push them a bit too. And you can like, for example, Rinku Singh, okay, for the tragedy he went through and all. It just felt like, I don't know, you just push the youngsters a bit more. But you're not a youngster anymore. Okay? You've been there, done that before. You're clutch. I get it. I can't stand you based on your ability. It's just the fact that I don't know, but I just felt like his antics were... Again, we didn't watch the entire ceremony. I just watched Twitter, multiple videos. I didn't see the trophy with anyone else. Even in the bus when he was going, he was hugging the trophy, just sitting alone. Like, I get it, my guy, you won, you were clutch, but come on, give someone else a chance to, right? And Samson, okay, I know, I'm like Samson's like PR team or something, like a paid PR thing. He was sitting on the podium, just alone with his thoughts, okay? So talking with his wife. He sees Harsha Bogle come, okay? He says, come sit with me, Bogle. And he has a conversation with him, my guy. So I'm not saying every person has to be the same. That's not Pandya. But I think those are seen a bit more. That's exactly why Pandya is getting slandered a lot more. But again, every person is different. That's his character.
You
so
know
I
what
don't
this
want
reminds
to.
me of?
Yeah.
Munaf Patel, 2011 World Cup.
Yeah.
You remember when we won? You remember Munaf Patel?
Yeah.
One of our unsung heroes of that 2011 World Cup win. My guy just looked, he was happy, but he was just so clueless. Like, there was a shot where they're carrying Kohli and Raina carrying Sachin on the shoulders and walking. Munaf has a flag around his shoulders and he's just smiling. He's like in the garden, my guy's chilling. So that thing got a lot of the fact that Samson was sitting on the. That's how he is as a person.
Yeah. So personalities are different. Again, Dhoni is someone who would stand at the back
he won't even
of the
come,
picture. He won't even be seen properly. He'll push all the youngsters. That's his personality. This is Hardik's face. He chats and he backs it up. So I can't stand him. It's just the fact that I would much rather see the youngsters lifting the trophy more than him.
The fact is, all of them who want it, and I'm not defending Hardik, it's a very subjective thing. You guys can agree, disagree, but every single person that wanted a photo with the World Cup trophy, they got it. Tilak Verma posted his thirst trap, which...
My guy... My IG, bro. It is just Hyderabadis glazing, bro. They are anything bolto. Hey, what do you want to eat in Hyderabad? Bolto, putting Tilak Verma's face, bro. Like, what happened, bro?
So, he did that. Abhishek Sharma did the cliche thing where he wakes up next to it. Surya did like a full photo shoot.
Pandya did this.
His so whoever wanted it, it's not like it wasn't there. And I'm sure it's even Shivam Dubey. We didn't see him with the trophy. You think in the dressing room he didn't hold it, click a picture. So even like that Bumrah. Have you ever seen Bumrah with like a picture with the trophy? You think Bumrah has not held the trophy? Come on, these things happen. So it's not like...
It's a controversy we want to talk about because there's so much chatter about all these things. But I think that's about it for cricket.
Moving on
to football, I want to start off with the quote, bay. Okay? Giving up doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to let go. Okay? I want to start off with that, okay?
Moving like prime.
Febi, bay.
No.
Quote. If you want to do things, do it. Moving like sad guru, bay.
I was going to say moving like Shubman Gill, 15-year-old. That's cool.
I think it's about time I'll hold my hands up and say, you know what, it is over, khalas, aipo in the khatam, warida, se fini. We drew yesterday against West Ham and Arsenal. I don't know how, it needs to be studied, bay. For 85 minutes, Everton were defending so well. 89th minute, he just pushes the ball. Pickford should have done much more better there. Pickford should have done better there. Pushes the ball, it falls right in front of Yorkeris. He scores a tap in 89th minute. And Max Verstappen, the youngest Premier League scorer in history. 15 years old, my guy. My guy was in school 3 days before that, bay. He was writing his GCSEs or something, okay? Scores a goal at the Emirates in the 95th minute to give them a 2-0 lead, and the entirety of the Emirates erupt. And that felt like the last dagger in my heart. Like, it is over. It is so done. I need to go to Monda Market, buy my crop top. Need to get my measurements right now.
By the way, if you guys are genuinely interested in seeing him, because he's bet this, if you want to see him in a crop top...
What do you mean if you want to see him? It's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
I don't want to see it. But
I will pull up to your place, my guy, in a crop top. What do you mean? You have to see it.
But you guys will decide, because we're going to go crop top shopping. If you want to see that as a video, let us know, comment, share, like.
And let us know if I should wear a tube top or like a spaghetti strap and stuff. And okay, let us know in the comments. Okay.
Why do you know this much about?
Let's not go there. That's another topic altogether.
That's our pod, babe. But that actually felt like a dagger, and I think for the first time this season, I finally accepted the fact that we are not who we were a couple of years ago. This is Arsenal's year. I have to give it, see, I can slander them, okay? They weren't great. It is so difficult to watch them play, babe. Arsenal, okay? Like, you see, you are hate watching. There are no transitions of play where you feel like they're going to score, but somehow finish a lucky goal, it goes through. And then Pickford comes all the way to Arsenal's box and he scores an open goal. So they're finding ways to win. I respect that, babe. Fair, absolutely. They're finding ways to win, and we are finding ways to draw the game, babe. I was talking before the pod. Watching City play yesterday against West Ham, who were in the relegation zone, babe. It was like watching a toddler trying to read, I don't know, but trying to like solve an algebra problem or something, babe. It was It was painful to watch us play until Churchill came in the 70th minute. Oh my God, we were struggling. But like there is no creativity at all. Nothing. Until Churchill came, there was not a single through ball. Haaland had a stinker. Foden tried something and all. But Doku, my guy, I don't know what. You know what, babe? I'm just fuming, babe. At this point, I just let it go, babe. My only hope is a Champions League where we are 3-0 down against Madrid, babe. So you can only imagine like where I am right now. And man, like City fans on Twitter are doing the remontada gimmick, bay against Madrid, bay. I like, let it go, my guy. It is so over. I want to put my hand and say it's over. Let it go. So we are nowhere in the season. I think we might go trophyless if we lose. If we're playing the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal on the 22nd of March. If we don't win that, we might go trophyless. Just like last year. We haven't won anything last year. We might not win anything this year too. And I think that's the first time in more than 13, 14 years that we're going trophyless, like without a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup too. So this might be a horrible season again. And Arsenal fans, fairs, I'll take all the slander. I know I slander Yorkers a lot. We've scored a tap in. I think it's about time I let it go. I have given up. Unless something mad happens where we beat them at home and they maybe draw a couple of games or lose one game, we might catch up, but I don't see it happening, babe.
How many matches are left for them to make a comeback?
7 more games, and we are, with the game in hand, if we win a game in hand, we are 6 points behind. If we win a game in hand. So that means we have to beat them at the Emirates, at Etihad, when we are playing them. That will be a 3-point gap, and they have to lose 1 game. So they have to lose against us and someone else too, and then we have a chance, but don't see that happening. I don't think we can beat this Arsenal team, but the defense is way too strong, babe. They are proper solid at the back, babe. They are proper at the back. So yeah, we have like two Babas repping wash teams right now. That Baba lost to Galatasaray away from home. Barely scraping a win against Tottenham. Probably the worst Tottenham. Yeah, we're watching it live right now. The worst Tottenham team I've ever seen in my time of watching football. So yeah, Andy, what do you have to say about Liverpool, babe? I've said my piece about City. I think the less I talk about them, the better right now, babe, because I might lose it. I might have head loss and all.
Yeah. As a Liverpool fan, I'm watching. We are at the 78th minute, and this is when we typically lose the game. So
and the one goal was a free kick too, by the way.
Which is a great free kick.
It's like a Sobos like carry job at this point.
Yeah. So I'm at peace with this, man. I am not moving up. I'm not saying that we will get to Champions League this year.
Yeah.
You're both making me depressed. I want to enjoy you all being sad about your teams, but you're not making this fun anymore.
I mean, it's almost the end of the season, no?
Give me some outlandish claims or something, my guy. Come on, don't give up so easily.
At some point you have to let go, babe. Like it's like 1% chance, 99% faith, babe. It's in God's hands. See, dreaming is free, so we will dream for sure, okay? We can dream, but
yeah.
It's like someone throwing water when you're dreaming, but it's just you have to wake up in reality right now. So
I think Champions League, if I do actually have given up there as well. Like Galatasaray, I think we lost to them once this season already.
The league phase,
we lost to them once. At home, I think we might do better than what we did, but we need more than a draw.
Yeah,
and we need a win basically at this point, right? So we need a 2-0 win or a 2-point.
2-0. You need to score 2 goals without them scoring any.
Yeah. So it's okay.
And if you all win that, you all will face PSG, babe.
I know, babe. Last year when
that should be televised, babe. Okay, that game should not be televised. What Kvaratskhelia Dembele will do to Frimpong should not be televised, babe. It should not be, okay. Yeah. PSG, babe. Just let it go, yeah.
That's a good reel. That's going to be a nice hook.
Yeah, and
last year also the same thing. Last year we were good. We lost to PSG at the round of 16.
In pens, though.
Yeah, at round of 16, and that went till the pens. But this year I have no hopes. First, let's think about crossing Galatasaray. Right, Prem I think is washed. Every Prem team, I think, when you play mid teams, your quality also drops to mid team. So I think all Prem teams struggled last week in Champions League because it's just horrible to see.
For Newcastle and Arsenal, everyone lost. Newcastle drew against Barcelona. Arsenal drew against
That
Leverkusen.
I don't know how that happened.
Arsenal scammed a pen, by the way. That was supposed to be Leverkusen win. That was a dive by Noni Madueke. Okay, I won't forget that. Bozo's got a sneaky pen.
Fair enough, but then I think football gets a little more depressing for everyone except Arsenal going forward.
I think, see, I can only... I went to London last year. I saw the streets. Okay, see, Arsenal might not be the biggest club in London. I still think it's Chelsea. Okay, like overall globally. But the streets in London, they have the streets in London, Arsenal. Like if you go talk to any random London NPC and all, Arsenal fans, Thierry Henry completely changed the whole like status of the club. London, if Arsenal win the league, I think London will be shut off for like a week, babe. Because after 22 years of winning a league, like a big trophy, they never won a Champions League. They won like a bunch of FA Cups in between. But after 22 years of winning a league, I can only imagine the streets of London, the limbs. I think people, the amount of babies that will be born like 9 months later, I can only imagine the amount of Arsenal fans will be born. Yeah. I think it'll be one of the biggest celebrations in football in history, because I know they have an amazing core fan base in London. Africa, they have an amazing fan base, so I can only imagine the streets here.
Give me context for how big this win would be, like in cricket terms.
In cricket terms, 2011 World Cup. India 2011 World Cup. 83 was the last win. Nothing after. T20 World Cup, okay, I wouldn't rate it that highly. 2011 World Cup, after Kapil Dev, Dhoni lifting the trophy. Imagine the limbs. I still remember like how Hyderabad was that night, okay? The crackers didn't stop till 7 in the morning, I think. It was the copium, like you just couldn't. Even as an Australian cricket fan, I saw like my family, my cousins, like we just couldn't stop like we just spoke about it for the next 2 or 3 months. And the worst part about this is the Arsenal conversations. Max Verstappen scored a goal yesterday coming to Messi, babe. he was better than Messi at this age. Like, my guy, you know what? Like, at this point, I've let it go, babe. Like, I know some Arsenal fans. I know some decent Arsenal fans. But, like, the global fan base is just nuts. So, Fairs, if they win it fair and square, Fairs, babe, absolutely, I will hold my hands up. Probably the worst Premier League I've ever seen in a long, long time. The standards of the league have fell off. But if they win, that's what I'm saying. London will... I think it will erupt, babe. It'll erupt. They like Tottenham and Arsenal, like core London fan base is strong. It'll erupt, babe. Absolutely erupt.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think no predictions for the week.
For the Champions League.
Come back, 4-3. Second leg.
For those who know ball, 2019 Champions League semi-final, Liverpool versus Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Barcelona were 3-0 ahead. Messi scores probably one of the greatest free kicks ever. In the 95th minute, passes it to Dembele and he misses an open goal. It was supposed to be 4-0, but it ends up being 3-0. They come back to Anfield, okay, and Liverpool scored probably one of the most clutch goals ever. Corner taken quickly, Alexander-Arnold Divock Origi scores, becomes 4-3, they go through. Same thing, Madrid had a chance to make it 4-0 with Vinny Jr. Trying to score a pen against Donnarumma. Donnarumma saves it. Okay, it was supposed to be 4-0. I thought at 4-0, it is done. Khalas, finito. It's absolutely over. No way of scoring 5 goals against Madrid at home. But with 3-0, for some reason, there's some random part of my brain saying, you know what, it's still possible. It's not 4-0. Even if we get it to 3-3, we might go to pens and do some juju. Okay? So, it's 1% chance, 99% faith. I know my club. We don't have it in us anymore. But if it happens, it might be one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history, coming 3-0 from a 3-0 deficit against Madrid. So I'm not going to predict that. I'll still say we might score maybe 1 goal or 2 goals. I see us getting thrashed. It'll be Madrid going through. The PSG Chelsea won. They're 5-2 down, Chelsea. So they have to score 3 goals at Stamford Bridge, which is totally possible, by the way. They have amazing quality in the team. The other one is Tottenham, Atletico Madrid. Let it go, babe. It's over. I'm not going to predict that also. Atlanta Bayern, it's 6-0. Bayern scores. They are the most ruthless team. Like when you see someone.
Why is the Champions League so one-sided this time? Everything is just nil.
It's Bayern. I'm sorry.
No, but everything else is also.
Bayern at the Allianz Arena are just don't want to chat about Bayern. They like when you see like someone struggling, you show some mercy, right? They're the team with the least mercy, babe. Like they're ruthless. Like they saw them struggling and a 6-0, babe. They were dunking on them. And the other one, Galatasaray. I think you all might nick a win there. It might be a 2-1 or maybe a 1-1 and I see you all winning on pens. Arsenal Leverkusen, it's at home. It's 1-1. Arsenal are Paka going to go through. If something happens there, I will be the first on the board to like buy them food or something if Arsenal get knocked out again. Sorry. And the other big games, Newcastle, Barcelona. So the Camp Nou, it's 1-1. Barcelona will easily go through unless there's like a massive upset. So yeah, I see pretty straightforward. I don't see any upsets. I think I think there'll be a lot of like predictable results by this second leg and all. Yeah, I don't see any upsets and all, at least from what I've seen here. Cool. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shit.
Okay, this is a live reaction of Tottenham scoring against Liverpool at Anfield, and I might nick a draw. Oh my god, I can't believe it, babe.
What did I tell 3 minutes back?
Oh my god. If they get a point at Anfield, they haven't gotten a point since January, babe. Not a single point. This Richarlison, babe, for such a bozo footballer, he has some mad goals, babe. I don't get it, yeah. My guy, you're getting relegated, bozo. Fine shame, babe.
One thing that has happened, if you guys are living under a rock, you know what's happening in the Gulf. Donald Trump has declared war over Iran, and Dubai is getting attacked, and all of the countries are getting attacked. Sorry to the people, if anyone's watching from over there, we hope you guys are safe. But in F1 terms, the fact is, those races have been cancelled. Okay, 2 races have been taken off the calendar. There were some rumors that Japan was going to have a double header or something. None of that is happening.
Sneaky boot circuit, babe. We'll be there no matter what. Yeah.
But I'll tell you how big of an issue this is, because so for the AUDO agreement, so the first 6 races was a thing where you could actually bring like either an upgrade or you can suggest to the FI that I can do things. And speaking specifically for Ferrari, Loic Serra was going to bring mini upgrades. So no big upgrades, but like 2 small parts every 2 races kind of a thing. That has thrown all the upgrade plans outside the window. Everyone is kind of like not sure what to do. And I don't know, I find it really weird that F1 couldn't. I was really expecting there to be like a backup circuit. Like in 2020, we had like, we went to Portimao.
Yeah.
We went to, what is the circuit? Mugello that Ferrari owns, which was great. But yeah, I was really, what did you think?
I think, I'm more like from a fan perspective, just disappointed that there are no races.
Yeah.
But there are global things that...
I was reading the reasons.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just about finding new places, but so that travel belt was too much for the teams, and there was a lot of logistics involved. So
not just that, I do like not just as a fan, but also like there are bigger things happening in the world that are more important than racing. So I get it. What this means for the rest of us is that for a month we are gonna be like just holding on to 3 races ka memories, and we're like, by the time I feel like the fire would have died down or something, because when you take a break
the
hype okay, so I feel like you lose momentum, and it's a good thing for people who don't have momentum. You get a reset. But for Mercedes, I guess they have 2 less races to win before June. But I don't think June is going to make that big a difference also.
Same.
Yeah.
So I see this going the 2023 season kind of a way where if a team wins, it's going to be luck and Mercedes having a horrible off day. Aside from that, I don't see anyone else challenging them. When do you remember a team coming back from being like 5/10 or 6/10 down? It's Ferrari that has to kind of take the fight to them. It's not going to happen. So.
Anyways, thank you folks for watching. We are back together to record, and it has been fun. I know I was
and all. We had some differences in between.
Contracts are signed, locked in.
Yeah, locked in for
ads and all.
So yeah, it is what it is. But thank you so much for watching till now. And if you have any opinions, if you want us to talk about anything different, or also please do mention that in the comment section. And we shall see you after this week's madness. There is no F1 this week, but plenty of Champions League stuff happening. We will catch up on all the details next week. All right.
Sure.
See you.